Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Save SA Wife. Sorry, welcome to the Save SA Wine live stream. I almost said welcome to the Save SA Live wine stream, which is not a bad, would not be a bad name for it. But actually, we are here to talk about wine, the Winelands, and how we can actually help our wineries and our winelands businesses. This morning we are doing something different. We are featuring a few of our international players, restaurants overseas, and people supporting businesses supporting South African wine. And the first place is that's why we have this picture here. It's a very funky restaurant in Brugge, or as the English say, Bruges in Belgium. And it's a place called Den Dyver. It's a very funky restaurant, and they serve South African wine. And a big shout out to them. We'll leave a link into to the restaurant in our in the description of the video here, so you guys can see who they are. And a big thank you to them for supporting South African wine. A big thank you to Belgium in general. The Belgian population have been supporting South African wine for years, and it's one of the premium places where South African wines are consumed. Another place we want to say thank you to is a place called the Catch. The Catch is in Oostende. Oostende is a beach town in Belgium. A fantastic Oostende beach, very popular in summertime. It's getting a bit colder now in Belgium, but it's still open. And there's a fantastic oyster plate, fantastic for seafood. They also carry South African wine, so thank you to the Catch in Oostende. If there's any other restaurants or any other people overseas supporting the South African wine industry, please let us know. Give us your details. We'll feature you. We'll talk about you. We'll promote your business because you are promoting our wines and selling our wines. So a big thank you. Again, a big shout out to Belgium and the international community in general for supporting South African wine. Then the next thing on the agenda is our 1660 campaign. It's a campaign that we do in collaboration with Erica Taylor, where we are featuring one producer a day for 60 days. We started on the 30th of August, and this will carry on until the 28th of October. And our featured producer for today is Aslina Wines. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. You guys can go have a look at on the Instagram at Aslina Wines on Instagram. It's at Aslina_wines. The Instagram handle. It's in the description. The link. And this is South Africa's first black winemaker, and we are going to have a bit more on later today and this evening. So I'm not going to let it everything out of the bag. You guys can also go look on our website, savesawine.co.za. And on our Instagram, please leave a comment. We need your comments. Instagram.com/savesawine.co.za. Please share all these posts. Use these hashtags 1660, hashtag SaveSAWine, and hashtag Drink South African. Also, it's imperative now that we get people to visit the winelands. We've heard that we might go to level 4 international flights to resume to South Africa. But even with that, we are still facing a very arid tourism season. Even with people allowed to come, we are expecting a huge decline in international tourism. And so, I mean, this is not just we expecting this is the official line at the moment. So the winelands need to wake up. I've made a video about it called a COVID-19 wake up call for the winelands. You can also find this on your blog. We are doing a blog about this as well. And what we are doing is we made a page on your website where you can actually list your Winelands business, your restaurant, your winery, your Winelands experience, your accommodation, your spa. It's all free. Go to bit.ly/visit Winelands and go visit and go list your Winelands business there. If you're a consumer, I'm sure the guys are going to list some promotions for summertime. I mean, we all want people to come to the Winelands now. This is our big push. How do we get people to visit the Winelands? And we are going to talk about this more and more. And we want you to please post your pictures of you visiting the Winelands, inviting people to the Winelands. We need to get the Winelands full of people for the next 90 days. So, leading up to Christmas, if you haven't planned your Christmas holiday yet, well, there's only one place to go. Come to the Winelands. We need to kickstart summer. And as we've said before, it's been a tough time in the Winelands in the last few months. And all of us had to adjust not only to a new way of doing things, but some businesses have been or are still in a fight for survival. We know the statistics from Vinpro, more than 18,000 potential job losses in the next year and a half. The Winelands tourism industry lost more than 2.5 billion rand in the last between March and June. From our side, what we've been doing is we've been doing our podcast, which created in February, about the Winelands. If anybody is out there and you're a Winelands business and you want to be featured on your podcast, just email us at visitthewinelands@gmail.com. We are looking for people to interview. It's great exposure for your business and it's entirely free. All you need to do is email us at visitthewinelands@gmail.com. We also started the Save SA Wine group on Facebook. We're collaborating on the 60 and 60 project, as you know, and we did a Cap Classic Day promotion, amongst other things, where we interviewed and on your podcast 6 of our top Cap Classic producers. South Africa produces some of the finest bubbly in the world, and we need to get everybody to drink that. Um, We've now completed more than 60 interviews with wineries and other wineries businesses, and our podcasts are published on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram TV, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and on Spotify. And as part of your podcasting programs, as part of your podcasting program, we've also created more than 60 short explainer videos on businesses and activities in the winelands. And you would be able to see those explainer videos on our website. We are also uh, doing an explainer every day, showing an explainer before we do our podcast so that people can see what this explainer is about. If you want the explainer made for your business, just contact us again at visitthewinelands@gmail.com. Our collaborative networks are now reaching more than 250,000 people every week, and we are currently doing 2 promotional live streams daily, one in the morning, one in the evening. We try to start at 8:30 in the morning. We're a bit late this morning, and 7 o'clock on weekdays and evenings, and then on weekends at 9 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock in the evening, 7 days a week. Um, and this is a great place for you to get exposure for your business. Just talk to us. We give various options for you to get more exposure. Um, and this is the point. With the summer season on your doorstep, it's now more important for every winelands business to step up your promotional activities. And we are inviting everyone to contact us with any new ideas that you might have. I'm going to repeat it again. Email us at visitthewinelands@gmail.com. A great way to get more exposure for your wine, your restaurant, your accommodation, your winelands experience, or your winelands business is to use one of our premium service offerings. We realize times are tough and we are here to give a helping hand, and we've decided to give away a 500 Rand credit to every winelands business that contact us. Um, this is a limited offer, so it's on a first come, first served basis, and this will help you to kickstart your promotion for your summer. You can use this credit in your promotional store where you can get various options to promote your business. To claim yours, it's a free gift card, value 500 Rand. Email us at visitthewinelands@gmail.com and tell us a little bit more about your winelands business. Um, then the next point here is to say a big thank you to our sponsor. Our sponsor is the Fishwives Club, and they have this fantastic giveaway. They're launching a new line of cans that's going to be launched in October, and they're giving away 24 cans to a lucky winner. And you can be one of those lucky winners. All you need to do is enter your details here at Fishwives Club Can Giveaway.gr8.com. That's Fishwives Club Can Giveaway.gr8.com. It's free to enter. Yeah, and very, very interesting. Uh, I think canned wines is going to be a thing of the future. Also, if you are looking to maybe sponsor one of your live streams, again, there's the email address, visitorwinelands@gmail.com. Just say you want to sponsor a live stream, you want some promotion, and you can get it from us. We'll send you the details. Then our featured podcast for this morning is an interview I did with Marcus Schwemberger. Marcus is the general manager of the Devon Valley Hotel. He's from Austria, very, very great guy. And you know, the Devon Valley is really a hidden gem very close to Stellenbosch. Very nice hotel, but let me not steal Marcus's thunder. Listen to the podcast. Before the podcast, we are playing the explainer video about the Devon Valley Hotel. And again, if you want an explainer video made for your business, contact us at visitthewinelands@gmail.com. But let me not waste any further time. Please listen to our interview with Marcus Schwemberger. Um, and if you get a time to go to Stellenbosch, please go to the fantastic Devon Valley Hotel. Fantastic setting. Very great for a function or a wedding. So without wasting, like I said, wasting any further time, let's listen to Marcus. And obviously first the explainer. Welcome to About the Winelands. In this show, we will be chatting to leaders, influencers, wine producers, restaurants, and other role players. Tune in every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for your latest episodes. You will find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram TV, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to About the Winelands. Today, I'm talking to Marcus Schwemberger. Marcus is the general manager at the Devon Valley Hotel. Welcome, Marcus, and thanks for talking to us on About the Winelands.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
It's our pleasure. How are you coping with the lockdown situation here in South Africa?
Well, it's not only in South Africa; it's a worldwide phenomenon. So yeah, I'm coping. I'm personally coping. Yes, I keep busy at home with homeschooling and some small activities that we do at home. children. But otherwise, yeah, it's the industry itself is obviously rough. It's really rough. As you know, the hospitality and the travel sections. It's a huge challenge, but I'm coping. Yes, thanks, Will.
Excellent. So tell us, Marcus, how did you get involved in this industry, and tell us a bit about yourself and history and stuff.
Well, my history, maybe here in the accent, I'm from Europe. I'm from Austria, and I fell in love with South Africa back in '96. You know, and then I came to the Cape, and I just immediately fell in love with this place. You know, and it's just beautiful. The people are lovely. The food, the wine. It's been just an incredible journey for me. And I'm actually come from a chefing background. I've been a executive chef in this hotel for 14 years. I've been worked around the world. I worked in Cape Town. I worked in restaurants and hotels. So the wine industry is actually fairly new to me. You know, like even though I've been working and pairing and playing with wine, but the wine industry as a whole is actually quite new to me.
Well, that's it. That's awesome. So, so you moved here 14 years ago. Where did you obviously you worked in Europe before that, right?
I worked in Europe. I worked in Austria. I did my training. I worked in Germany, in Switzerland, in Israel, in America, in the UK, in France. So I was a real sort of traveling youngster until I met the right Macy, as you say, and then the rest is history. And I'm now settled in Somerset West. We've got a house. We've got beautiful children, and we got a bond. We got lots of debt. So all the normal things.
Okay, awesome. That's fantastic. So, I mean, the Devon Valley Hotel is in one of it's such a beautiful place, the whole Devon Valley. You know, tell us a bit of the history of the hotel.
Well, Devon Valley, yeah, it is an amazing place. I've been here for 15 years, 14 years as the executive chef, now 1 year as the general manager. So the hotel's history actually stretches back to 1947, and it's an interesting, it's a fascinating story. It was the family who owned this piece of land. They bought this whole cedar wood from Cape Town. It was a shipwrecking in Cape Town Harbor, and they bought all of this wood and they built this beautiful hotel back in 1947. And it had a couple of owners changes, and since 2003 the Louis family has it, and they refurbished the hotel. It's in a beautiful state now. You know, the gardens are lush and beautiful. It's been completely remodeled. We've got 50 rooms. We've got 6 conference facilities. We've got a beautiful vineyard terrace. So on a bright summer's day, it's just the views are really breathtaking. You feel like you're sitting in the middle of the vineyards. You overlook the Devon Valley. You overlook the Helderberg Mountains. It's a spectacular view. It really is. It's world class. The only view who makes this is the beautiful Devon Mountain, but everything else is just, it's breathtaking. Working here, and it's breathtaking sitting here on the Dyver and enjoy some sundowners. So as soon as the lockdown is over, I hope you're going to keep it up and running again.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and the view from there is just unbelievable. And like you say, you know, you've got accommodation there. Actually, when people get married there, a lot of times the guests and everyone stay overnight, I would assume.
That's right. No, it's our wedding industry. It's big. It's huge. You know, so we've got that. We actually, before the lockdown, we started clearing up a little wooded area on the back of the property, and we're gonna incorporate this into our wedding venues. It's gonna be stunning. Right? It's gonna be right in the woodlands, you know, like of Devon Valley. So I'm really excited. Our plans are just huge. What we want to do on this property, and just the wedding is one of them. So we're gonna be offering numerous different packages. And the one thing, exciting thing, what we're doing at the hotel as well, we actually help you to finance the wedding. So in the future, if you have a wedding here and the lockdown is over and we're all up and running, you come and chat to us, and we're offering that we can actually finance the wedding for you. So this is actually an exciting sort of thing we're planning to do. And the setting is going to be stunning. There we have the ceremony going to be on our manor lawns. You overlook the Helderberg Mountains. When this woodlands is carved out, and we finish with it in hopefully, I don't know when now, but it's going to be stunning. It's really going to be stunning.
Well, that's an awesome offering, financing weddings, and you know, thinking now about, I mean, you're one of the few hotels in around that area where people can actually have quite, a fairly large event? You know, besides weddings, I assume you're focusing on the conferencing market as well.
Yeah, no,
So
it's our bread and butter, Bill. You know, like we have 6 conference facilities, and again, we just upgraded the facilities. We've got it's our bread and butter. And in winter months, we don't experience a large drop like other hotels do because our corporate business is very strong throughout the year. And we have six conference facilities. We've got our 80-seater is our biggest seater of our venue. We've got numerous breakaway venues. And yeah, this is going to be after lockdown. This is going to be our focus. You know, at the local business, and we're gonna pick up where we left off. But we're gonna be all guns blazing. We are ready to go.
well, in terms of conferencing, I want to ask you, because obviously this is something that you mentioned, you know, the whole tourism winter. Cape Town has managed as a city to fight that off by, you know, with the convention center and with all the conferences and stuff going on, and you seem to do the same. But when the lockdown lifts, I assume your offering is going to be targeted at first more to locals rather than overseas tourists or overseas conferencing, right?
Yes, now 100% will. Yeah, I listened, I think yesterday or the day before to the minister speak, you know, and we don't expect a lot of international travel before December. So it's a killer for the hotel industry. So we will, our main focus, our only focus will be the local market. You know, it will be the corporate market. It will be the locals. It will be the support locally.
So do you have any plans to attract local corporates? You have any new idea? You're not going to focus. Are you going to focus? Are you going to finance conferences as well?
No, not gonna. Yeah. No, look, we have a market. We have a marketing lady, and it's going to be an aggressive marketing campaign. You know, not only social media. Social media is great, but you need to go out there. You need to sell the place actively. And we have one lady, a marketing lady, and will, as soon as she's allowed to go out, she will be doing exactly that. There's lots of small businesses, medium businesses in the Stellenbosch area, Somerset West area, into which we will be targeting. Like, yeah. So we will be offering special packages. You know, there is things on the pipeline. We're busy working online. How we kind of streamline the operation, how we can offer, how we can attract corporate and a business to the hotel. Now we are busy with that, but it's difficult to plan ahead at the moment. It's just difficult to see what direction is everything going. Every day things changes, and so are we. You know, we put things we put things on paper, and then it all changes. Then it all changes again. So at the moment it's definitely a wait and see approach. But when the time comes, we will be ready. That's for sure.
I think that's the one thing that the businesses hate most is uncertainty. But one thing that I found certain at your hotel is going to be something interesting. And the last time I was there was about a few weeks before the lockdown, and I saw that you still you have some cats there in your lounge. It seems to have been there. Like I'm certain they've been there forever. What's the story about the cats?
It's funny that you mentioned that. You know, we have one local cat. It was with Aslina for 6 months. It's a youngster, and just this last 3 weeks since I'm in contact with the person who looks after the property, there's 2 more kittens have just arrived. So we actually got 3 cats at the moment. So 2 kittens and 1 older cat. So yes, yeah, that's cats and Devon Valley. It goes together.
It does go together, yes. Yeah. So the other thing that is interesting that you offer that's a bit different is in your lounge or bar, I'm not sure what you call it, you've got a whiskey tasting. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, we've got 150 different single malt whiskies on offer. You know, this is mostly Scottish whiskey, but we do offer Irish whiskies, and we offer some exotic whiskies. You know, we got whiskies from India, Japan, Sweden, and Taiwan, and obviously the local whiskey, the Three Ships whiskey range we have, and some American bourbons we have as well. So our whiskey range is huge. It's one of the biggest in the Western Cape. It used to be the biggest, but I think there's other properties there they're quite big as well now. So it is definitely one of the biggest whiskey range, and it's super popular. It's really popular. And we're offering food and wine pairings. We have a new executive chef, and our whiskey range it is more a focus on the New World whiskies. So the New World whiskey just have more flavor, and it's just a more fun, whiskey, if this makes any sense. And so is our cannabis, you know. So it's a fun, it's going to be fun, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be just a little bit different, and that's what we're aiming for. Maybe I can just introduce Andrew Jordan. He's only started with us beginning of March. He's in lockdown as well. He's roaring to go. You know, he got all those ideas, and he's the executive chef we appointed the beginning of March, and he's got wonderful experience. He was for 14 years in the UK and works for the Sheraton Group, for the Conrad Group, and so he is planning and menus are ready. So now he's pairing it with the whiskey. So it's all good. It's all good.
Well, that's awesome. At least this time can be used for a bit of planning, right? And I know dates are difficult, but at least, like you say, you can plan venues and you can plan new products and new offerings. So that's at least that's one good thing.
It's one good thing, yes. And I'm like that. You know, like I'm pushing and I'm pushing and I'm pushing, and then all the work is just about done. You know, there's only so many menus he can design. So now we're just hoping that the minister does us all a big favor, just lifts this lockdown soon.
Well, I hope so too. So the other thing that I've noticed is lately, I'm not sure how long you guys have been producing wine, but can you tell us a bit more about the wines you're producing and also the winemaking philosophy at the farm?
Well, I can tell you my winemaking philosophy. This is the best way you learn about wine is to drink it, you know. So, but we having. The hotel is mostly focused obviously on hospitality, but we have 3 different cultivars on the estate. We have the Bush Shannon, the Cab, and the Pinotage. But we don't make our own wines anymore. For the last couple of years, we went into partnership with the Middelflay estate. We buy wine from them, and our neighbor. Dion Schubert, he's looking after our vineyards and looks after them. So in the past we used to make our own wines with the Silverbell and the Ghost Tree range, but at the moment currently we don't, and it works. You know, like, so we get lots of support from the local medium small businesses, and it works.
So, Marcus, I also noticed on your website that you have a few social responsibility initiatives. Can you tell us a bit more about those?
Yes, yeah, no, we do. And the main social responsibility, what we're doing is the Louis family, is the Louis Group Business Academy. So we have about 280 students coming throughout the year through this academy. It's to learn about business, ethical business. The Louis Group is sponsoring that, and they're coming to Devon Valley. Like, so it's a great initiative to learn about business, and to learn about the way the Louis family does business. But we do other charitable events throughout the year. But it's then more on the basis what comes to us, what's happening. If there's a crisis somewhere, then we're going to jump in and be helping. But obviously, as social initiatives, we still promote water savings, and with all our guests, we still promote social awareness, what's happening in South Africa, and it's basically our drive. So our main drive is the Louis Group Business Academy.
That's interesting. So, you know, talking about the other social awareness thing we're talking about now is the coronavirus, right? And it's forced all of us to rethink our business models. So, do you have any changes or new ideas in mind in your business model?
Well, I'm a Christian, and I'm personally on my knees, and I'm praying so much more than I used to. And I know the Louis family, they're strong believers. They feel the same. The whole business model is based on strong Christian ethos. So but we all know we have to do things differently going into the future. It's not going to be the same for quite a long time. You know, even though we have these beautiful refurbished conference facilities, we have this beautiful hotel in the middle of the vineyards. But in order to create business again, we have to think differently. We have to think out of the box. We're having online brainstorming session. We go to these webinars. We educate ourselves. But it is it is a learning journey for me, big time. I think for many of us sitting in this industry, hospitality industry, it's a learning curve. Try to keep our staff employed, and as maybe I can mention it as well. I really want to honor the Louis family when it comes to that. They've been really, we haven't had a single retrenchment. We keep everybody on the payroll. So it's been amazing actually. The family is really looking after the staff really well. So but really it's a learning curve, and I'm learning every day. So Corona it's a headache, but it's not going to kill us.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and you know, it's important, like you say, that you have the right philosophy and mindset to get through all of this. Talking about that, your whole journey through the hospitality industry, you know, not I mean, through first as a chef and your life journey. What is the most important thing that you've learned?
What I've learned, well, I've learned since I'm at this hotel that wine makes every meal an occasion. It's every table more elegant, and every day a little bit more civilized. Like I learned to love wine. I love to, even at home, I love playing with food, match it with the wine. So it's a love. It's ingrown. And like I said, it's part of me.
Oh, that's awesome. So Marcus, if people are listening to this and they want to book their wedding, or they want to come and visit you guys, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, at the moment, we are still in lockdown, but we are available on our websites there, or on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We are doing social media launches on a regular basis. So as soon as we open up again, you can visit us. I'm here at the hotel Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 days. We've got banqueting coordinators, we've got booking agents. So you come to visit and we will help you. So and come and experience them, really. Come and experience our terrace. Come and experience the food we are offering. You know, like when you go on our website, we can only sell so much. When you come here and you see who we really are, this handmade hospitality we try to sell to our guests and our clients. It's tangible. When you come here, it is tangible. You can feel it. And I think over the years, you know, like we can show the success. We can show what truly handmade hospitality is all about.
That's awesome. I mean, Marcus, it's been a pleasure. Thank you we'll put the links to all of this obviously in the description, but thank you for taking the time and chatting to us. And I think everybody listening to this can't wait to get to the Devon Valley. I can tell you myself that view from your terrace is one of my favorite views in the world. So, definitely looking forward to seeing you guys. And yeah, thank you for spending the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers, Will. Appreciate it.
Thank you for supporting our show. If you would like to get more exposure for your business, please have a look at our sponsorship options. Thanks again for supporting About the Winelands. Please follow us on YouTube and on our social media channels. All details and links are in the description.